So this is a lead steel pan. Now, if you can see, the pans are usually chrome, usually pretty standard of how to plate them. What the lead steel pan has is it's the smallest, it's the highest. This is your soprano voice. And you'll notice, as far as notes go, it goes up pretty high for the range. And that's mainly because this is the drum that would usually play all your melodies and stuff like that. It carries the melody. And you can see all these pans are on metal stands like this with 2 feet. And you can see here that they're tied with hooks to the ends of the stands so that it just kind of hangs there. You can see it's kind of like a swing. But that's because you can set pretty much how high you want the pan to be, and ideally, I have this pan pretty much. It's on a tilt, so basically, it's obviously tilting a little bit this way. The reason why we do that is just because of it makes it easier to play and stuff when your hands are inside here, and it would be really hard to play it if the pan was perfectly flat. Because we usually don't play instruments that are completely flat unless it's a piano. This angle is very hard to play. So these are what we call double seconds. Now what double seconds are basically 2 drums with the whole 12-note scale in them. Usually the range goes a lot lower from where the lead steel drum is. The lead steel drum starts with middle C, which is right there. As you can see, we have the notes marked here. But as you can see, the double seconds go a lot lower than that. And also they have a pretty high range. They go up to basically almost to where the lead goes to. You never really play up in this range just because of issues as far as timbres go. Usually what the double seconds job is to strum. Basically, if you're a guitar player, you know that they use the chords and they play the rhythmic backdrop to what the lead steel pan is doing, which is usually the melody. So these are the double seconds. So it's usually right hand in this drum, left hand in this drum, and yeah, I mean basically it's hard just to navigate where all the notes are on these. I don't usually play double seconds, but yeah, that would be your alto voice if we're still following the soprano, alto, tenor, bass. The next ones, there's 2 of them back there. They're a little bit bigger. They're called guitars, and I'm not going to set them up right now just because I have to move all kinds of pans. The other one's actually right there. And as you can see, what you'll notice with the trend is with all these mallets is that the mallets vary in as far as length and bead. Usually the lower the pans you go, the bigger the bead is. Here we go. For some reason this B is whacked out. That's happening because it's too close to the stand, I think. But I'm not going to adjust it right now, but you can see that these actually go a lot lower than what the double seconds would play at. And that's your tenor voice. And, you know, definitely just they wouldn't do complex chords and stuff because you usually have 2 double second players or more. That if you have 4 notes in a chord, you have a 4-note 7 chord, they would play all 4 notes, so you would get all the different notes of the chord. Guitars not so much, probably 1st and 5th kind of thing, and accentuate downbeats and stuff, and rolls sound really good on guitars. The last and final steel drum type is the basses. And the basses are literally just oil drums. And as you can see, the mallets here, the beat is very big. And they're on the ground, but ooh, actually that D sounds really good. So these would hold down your bass line, just like a bass guitar player would. These are on six different drums. Each drum has specifically, like this one here. This has the D. It has the fifth above that, which is A, and then it has the octave. So each of these drums actually only has 2 notes, but you do the math, 2 notes on 6 drums, you get 12 notes. So you can play pretty much, I think it's 1.5 octaves. I'm not sure because you get some. Yeah, so this one is D and A. That one is C and G. B and E natural. C sharp and F sharp. E flat and A flat, and F and B flat. So you get pretty much all your pitches accounted for. That's a little bit on different steel drum types, and we'll get into how you play them in the next video. So please stay tuned for the next video, which I'll be going over basically the technique on how you play steel drums, how you deal with the certain challenges of steel drumming, and the structure of definitely the lead steel pan. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.